At the edge where the oak trees meet the sky, I found your scarf, blue as a stormy July. The river band whispered your sweet goodbye under a canvas painted with sunset side. Hear the river band echoes calling me home to the ghost of your laughter where wild winds roam. My heart rides the trails where we used to roam, but those paths are just memories fading alone. The porch still creaks like it did before, but my boots sound hollow on the wooden floor. Rain taps the windows, but doesn't bring more than the echo of kisses that time can restore. Hear the river band echoes calling me home to the ghost of your laughter where wild winds roam. My heart rides the trails where we used to roam, but those paths are just memories fading alone. In the dust of the trail where our dreams used to lie, I chase the sunset where old lovers sigh. Lost in the whispers of a silvery sky, love's a shadow that never quite says goodbye. So I listen for you in the river band's moan, among the echo of steps on gravel once known. The heart may wander, but always it's shown. Wherever I roam, your memory's my home.
In the shadow of Lonesome Hill, beneath the old oak's arms, I carved our names inside a heart sworn safe from worldly harms. The wind whistled through the grasses, a tune so sweet and chill, where we danced on dusty moonlight round the bend by Lonesome Hill. Now the oak tree's old and bending like the back of my worn-through soul, and your scarf still smells like wildflowers, but it feels so dreadful cold. The sun dips low on gravel roads where our dreams used to spill. My heart broke where the earth did shake. The night Lonesome Hill sank still. The porch we sat is weathered, the planks are cracked and gray. No more laughter soaks the sunrise since you went away. The rain taps on the empty cabin like time's soft remorseful thrill. The echoes of your footsteps haunt the paths near Lonesome Hill. Now the oak tree's old and bending like the back of my worn-through soul, and your scarf still smells like wildflowers, but it feels so dreadful cold. The sun dips low on gravel roads where our dreams used to spill. My heart broke where the earth did shake. The night Lonesome Hill sank still. song for Lonesome Hill, where whispers float in the nighttime air. I'm the shadow without your light, a silhouette of despair. And as the stars wheel over me, the pain is sharp and real. For you're a part of every stone, every sunset that hills conceal. My heart broke where the earth did shake. The night Lonesome Hill sank still. Out by the old split rail, where the wild daisies grow, I told you secrets when the summer wind was low. Your scarf danced with the breeze under that broad oak shade. We carved our names, but like the sunset, some things fade. Oh, the fence listened, heard my whispered dreams, where my heart spoke loudest by those quiet streams. Now the wind carries only dust, and my lone sighs underneath that endless, aching western sky. Fell away like leaves, seasons turn too fast. The trail to your door, covered by the grass. That old porch swing sways empty, no laughter rings, just shadows lengthen as the nightingale sings. Yes, the fence listens to our laughter than tears. Now it stands silent, guarding all my fears. The rain washes old scars, but some memories stay, painted deep in hues of gold, then turning gray. Still the fence listens as I call out your name through the whispering pines. It's always the same. I lay down these burdens where your flowers grow, in the heart of the land where my sorrows flow, where the fence listens, knows I can't let go. In the shadow of an old oak tree, where the dust dances at your feet, I carved our names for eternity on that porch where lovers meet.
Your scarf still waves a lonely flag, caught on a branch of crimson rag. In the town where silence brags, echoes of your laughter drag. But the wind stays, oh it never forgets, whispering your name in the cold sunset. It's a melody, humming through dismay, rustling the memories where we once lay. Yes, the wind stays, even when you're gone, singing broken verses of our lone love song. Have worn the gravel road that led us to our dreaming abode. The cabin stands but the light is dimmed, like the love that once brimmed. Where wildflowers dared to thrive, only thistles and regrets survive. And in the stillness I arrive at empty rooms where shadows strive. But the wind stays, oh it never forgets, whispering your name in the cold sunset. It's a melody, humming through dismay, rustling the memories where we once lay. Yes, the wind stays, even when you're gone, singing broken verses of our lone love song. And I reckon the heart's like old trails, faded into wild and marked by rails. Yet in every gust your essence prevails, a haunting tune that forever sails. So the wind stays, oh it holds on tight to the echoes of the footsteps in the night. With every howl, with every sway, it carries parts of me far away. Yes, the wind stays, my love won't stray, bound to the breeze where my heart will lay forever.
Out where the oak trees whisper low beneath the vast unending skies, I found a worn out leather saddle where my deepest heartache lies. By the creek where waters murmur, there's a scarf you left behind, every thread a tale of summer when your hand was locked in mine. Oh, the winds of time blow through these plains, scented with the wild and free, but they carry dust that stings my eyes as I peer through what used to be. In this saddle haunt I linger, trapped in a love that time can't daunt. Every sunset paints your shadow on the trails we used to haunt. Years have rolled like thunder rumbling over distant stormy hills. The old porch we danced upon, now silent, empty chills. The town once loud with laughter echoes with our whispered past. Gravel roads we roamed together, now just pathways overgrown with grass. Oh, the winds of time blow through these plains, scented with the wild and free, but they carry dust that stings my eyes as I peer through what used to be. In this saddle haunt I linger, trapped in a love that time can't daunt. Every sunset paints your shadow on the trails we used to haunt. Underneath the vast prairie sky,
I'll let your memory dance. Rain washes over old regrets, gives a man a second chance. Yet every cabin, every star tells a story of our plight. In the heart of every wilderness, I face the cold, lonely night. So the winds of time blow through these plains, scented with the lost and free, carrying voices of yesterday, tying you forever to me. In this saddle haunt, I reckon some love's a ghost we can't outrun. Every sunset's a reminder of the love I've never won.
In the heart of a dusty, forgotten town, where the gravel roads kiss the sun-stained ground, there stood an oak by an old wood porch, where I carved our names in the twilight scorch. Scarves danced in the springtime breeze, memories as thick as the wild oak tree. Porch closed her eyes when you said goodbye. Now the stars don't light up our patch of sky. Every creak in the board's a soft-spoken lie, echoes of footsteps, just you and I. Still the wind calls your name through the canyon side. Porch closed her eyes, oh how she cried. Years flew like leaves from the sycamore. That old cabin's charm, now a faded lore. The saddle sits dusty, hasn't seen her ride since the day the echoes of our love died. Rain taps the shingles, a lonesome tune, dances with my heart, out of time, out of tune. Porch closed her eyes when you said goodbye. Now the stars don't light up our patch of sky. Every creak in the board's a soft-spoken lie, echoes of footsteps, just you and I. Still the wind calls your name through the canyon side. Porch closed her eyes, oh how she cried. I wander these trails where the wild roses grow, searching for what was lost long ago. The sunset still gleams, oh, but it knows that even the wildest river someday slows. Yet in the twilight your shadow still shows. Porch closed her eyes and I swallowed the pain. Under the weeping willow I'll whisper your name. Every sunset that fades is never the same, for the porch closed her eyes in this quiet lonesome game. And the stars once our map, now just old flickering flame. Porch closed her eyes, nothing's the same. Porch closed her eyes, nothing's the same.
Out where the oak tree shadows crept, by the old cabin where we first wept, the wind's a soft whisper of your laugh, echoes of you in the photographs. Dusty boots by the door, worn and bent, your faded scarf holds your scent. An empty porch swing sways in vain, the sun dips low, calls your name. Hollow heart haunts these wild lands know, your flame, now the ash is cold. The stories we told have grown old. From the mountains to the plains, all I see are places you walked without me. The saddle's empty on my mare. She's restless, feels you're not there. The trails we rode now overgrown. Without your light, without my home. Hollow heart haunts these wild lands know. Your whisper in the rain, your shadow in the snow. Every twisted trail's a tale of us apart. Every sunset bleeds through my hollow heart. As the stars peek out and the night descends, I feel the weight of your absence again. But in the dark I see the truth in every star, in every moon. Hollow heart haunts, I'm a ghost in this place, a quiet soul lost without your embrace. In the silence of the night, in the cry of the lark, forever wandering my hollow heart. In the shadow of the old oak tree, where the wild roses used to grow, I found your scarf, a faded red, left behind like the love we know. That dusty path by Johnson's farm still haunts my boots, I roam alone. Each step a memory, hard and warm, a ghost of laughter, your soft tone. Thorns flew with the western wind through the fields where we once lay. Now every sunset seems to end with echoes of you drifting away. These lonely trails, these silent stars guide me to where my heart did part. Among the rust on old tin bars lies the burial place of my worn heart. The porch still creaks just like it did when we'd sit watching rain sweep in. But now the woods is empty as the heartbeat's missing from within. These gravel roads, they know my stride. They've watched the years peel from my soul. Once walked with joy, now each a ride towards tomorrow's ceaseless toll. Thorns flew with the western wind through the fields where we once lay. Now every sunset seems to end with echoes of you drifting away. These lonely trails, these silent stars guide me to where my heart did part. Among the rust on old tin bars lies the burial place of my worn heart. Oh, how the wildlands bleed and blend with every tear that the sky sent. In every gust your scent returns, as fleeting as a fire that burns. I whisper names into the breeze, praying they'll carry back to thee. Thorns flew with the western wind through the fields where we once lay. Now every sunset paints the end of dreams and dust both swept away. These lonely trails, these fading scars guide me to where I'll always part. Underneath these morning stars with your memory forever my heart. In the quiet of night the wind sings low, and I reckon it's time to let you go.
I ain't no saint, and I got sins, but I don't lie just to fit in. I don't shake hands just to play the game. I'd rather walk alone than ride with shame. The world trades truth for fancy lines, but I still keep what's purely mine. My word, my fire, my worn out coat, and every scar that I never wrote. Call me stubborn, call me wild, call me just another outlaw child, but I ain't bending for no plan. I was born dirt tough and I'll die standing. I'm not rich, I'm not clean, but my soul's sharper than a bow blade's gleam. You can fake a crowd, but not this man. I might be the last real man. She won't say you're too damn proud. I just smile, let her smoke, walked out, 'cause I won't trade my steel spine for sweet talk and borrowed time. I sleep in fields, I sing to stars, and leave my name in old dive bars. I've lost more than I ever kept, but I've never lied while I wept. Call me stubborn, call me wild, call me reckless, call me exiled, but I won't kneel for gold or brand. I ride for truth with empty hands. I've seen preachers beg for fame and cowards curse their daddy's name, but I hold tight to who I am. Maybe the last real man. So carve this on my stone someday. He rode alone but never strayed. He drank his pain and wore no brand, a free heart and a callous hand. I won't be cloned, won't be planned. You can't copyright this land. I ain't famous, I ain't grand, I'm just the last real man. Out by the creek, under old oak shade, where our names are carved deep in the bark. Sunsets painted our dreams in amber and jade. In that wild land we sparked a light in the dark. The shadow haunts these empty cabins, whispers in the wind. Through broken panes, echoes of laughter, ghost of a scar. The heart remembers, the soul retains. Those gravel roads knew our footsteps well, to a quiet porch where time did swell. But seasons turn, as did your gaze. Now I'm wading through these lonesome days. The shadow haunts these fading trails, dancing
dancing in the dust kicked up by my heels. Underneath the brim of my weathered hat lies the burdened eyes that can't look back. By the old corral I pause and sigh, lone stallion against the vast cruel sky. Rain whispers secrets to the thirsty ground. In the symphony of sorrow I am bound. Shadow haunts, yet I roam these parts with echoes of hooves and a shattered heart, riding through memories under stars so grand. A cowboy's shadow forever damned. So here's to the wind, my only friend tonight. Carry these songs of a lost love's plight to the horizon where past and present blend. His shadow and mine till the very end.
Out by the creek, under a sky so wide, where the oak trees whisper to the starlit ride, I found your scarf, a fragment in the wind, red as the sunset where our love began. Love waits in the shadow of the old porch swing, in every dust-kicked trail and the songs we'd sing. Rust on the saddle, rains on the plains. Love waits, but it's never quite the same. Rode past the cabin where we once lay low. Now it's just the bones where the cold winds blow. Gravel roads where your laughter filled the air. Now just a silence that I can't bear. Love waits in the shadow of the old porch swing, in every dust-kicked trail and the songs we'd sing. Rust on the saddle, rains on the plains. Love waits, but it's never quite the same. And under wide open skies I reckon my heartache seen, by stars that watched us dream once across these fields so green. Time's endless rider, it never heeds a plea, yet in its ruthless travel brings your memory back to me. Love waits in the silence of the fading trails, in the echoes of a song that the nightingale wails. Dust settles slow as my heart learns to roam. Love waits forever in this heart, your home.
lonesome hill neath the whispering oak, where the sunset bleeds its crimson stroke. I etched our names in the bark so deep, a promise I swore I'd always keep. The wind carries dust of ancient tales over worn-out boots and forgotten trails. Where we once danced, just shadows now, cast by the branches' solemn bough. Lonesome hill said nothing, but I heard it all. The silence of your absence at the twilight's call. Every leaf a whisper of the days gone by. Underneath the weeping willow, I still hear you sigh. Years drifted by like clouds on high. Gravel roads and that old porch swing side. The cabin stands, but you're long gone. Just echoes of our sweet dawn song. The scarf you left sways in the breeze, like a soft goodbye amidst the trees. I walk these paths alone, unspoken, with only memories as my token. Lonesome hill said nothing, but I felt the weight of love lost to time and the cruel hand of fate. Every stone and stirrup, every fading trail marks the map of our story, now a lonesome tale. Over me mile after lonesome mile. In the quiet of the falling night, I find your warmth in the starlight's quiet light. Lonesome hill says nothing, yet I hear your voice. In the rustling leaves I linger, I rejoice. Though you're a whisper on the hill soft crest, in my heart's secluded cabin you forever rest, fading into the sunset where our dreams once flew. Lonesome hill knows everything, and it misses you too. In the shadow of the oak where the wildflowers hide, I first saw her smile in the springtime light. By the old fence line where our worlds entwine, underneath that endless cobalt sky. Oh, the fence tied down by the edge of that quiet town bears the weight of the love we found. Now just whispers in the wind, scattered like the leaves. The fence tied down, and my heart on my sleeve. Years have tumbled like the stones on the creek. She's gone with the wind like the words I can't speak. The old porch swings alone, the dust settles slow. Where laughter once lived, now the silence grows. Oh, the fence tied down by the trails now overgrown holds the echoes of the dreams we'd sown, lost like the sunset's last golden gleam. The fence tied down in my broken dream. On a gravel road I wander with my soul step away from her, the fate of the flare. The cabin stands empty like the hollow in my chest, her scarf in my pocket where my tears come to rest. Yes, the fence tied down beneath the weeping willow's frown marks the love that I can't disown. Like the rain on the saddle, I ride through my pain. The fence tied down, love's remains in the rain. And the sunset burns, but not as much as my return to that old fence line where my heart still yearns in the whispering wind. She's a melody I hear, the fence tied down, and my reasons they're still clear. The dust may settle, my love never will. Lonesome hill, beneath the oak tree wide, my heart first lived by her wildflower side. Summer breeze, whisper tales in the shade, old porch creaks where our promises lay. We carved our names in that tough ancient bark, promised to me day faded to dark. Echoes roll down from that lonely hill's crown, where oak leaves talk of the love we had found. The winds carry cries of the words we once said, now just ghostly whispers where our dreams are laid dead. Past, the oak tree stands still, but the house lies empty, life lost its thrill. Gravel roads, once our kingdom to roam, now just pathways to a long abandoned home. Her scarf in my pocket, a faded old blue, every thread a memory of the love I once knew. Echoes roll down from that lonely hill's crown, where oak leaves talk of the love we had found. The dust swirls around where we once danced in rain, now each drop's a tear and each tear's a refrain. In the twilight's last gleaming, I see her clear, as if time stood still and she was still here. With my hand on the saddle, I face the west, riding trails to the sunset on this endless quest. Echoes roll down from that lonely hill's crown, memories fading like dusk into town. I'll ride these lands under stars cold and bright, chasing her shadow into the night. Echoes roll, echoes call, but she's never in sight.
Under the morning sky, my boots stir the dust of old, where the oak tree shadows fell long and secrets softly told. I once carved hearts in that bark where the wild rivers bend, her laughter tangled in the breeze, a melody without end. Oh, the morning sky called my name in whispers of the past, wrapped in sorrow's frame. Every sunset bleeds like the scarf she'd wear, gone like smoke in the wild open air. The cabin's empty, swallowed by the creeping vines of time. Gravel roads lead to nowhere, to the echoes of the chime. That old porch still groans under the weight of ghostly feet, dancing shadows, faded trails where our hearts would meet. Oh, the morning sky called my name in whispers of the past, wrapped in sorrow's frame. Every sunset bleeds like the scarf she'd wear, gone like smoke in the wild open air. By the riverside, the stones hold the warmth, the sun's gone by. I touch the earth, feel her pulse beneath the expansive sky. A part of me lies buried in lands where we once roamed, forever wandering the plains I called home. Oh, the morning sky calls again as I tread this lonesome game, each step away from yesteryears where she called my name. In the quiet of the night, under stars cold and bare, her memory rides beside me, a silent prayer.
Sunset spills on a gravel road where we once walked slow, beneath the oak tree's ancient shade, near the creek's gentle flow. Your laughter mingled with the breeze, a scarf caught in the wind, in that quiet, dusty town where my heart did so depend. Oh, the creek left behind with its whispering sighs holds the echoes of our words under wide open skies. Now the water's running low, like the tears I've cried by the creek left behind, where my lonesome heart resides. Years roll like thunder clouds, the porch creaks with my weight. That old swing's empty now, like the chair beside my gate. Your saddle's gathering dust in the barn where shadows sleep. I'm a drifter on these lands where memories cut so deep. Oh, the creek left behind with its whispering sighs holds the echoes of our words under wide open skies. Now the water's running low, like the tears I've cried by the creek left behind, where my soul can't hide. In the stillness of the cabin where the fire's warmth has died, I see you in the flickering light, dancing by my side. A whisper in the pine's embrace tells me you're not far, but
like dust on that long winding road. You're an unreachable star. Oh, the creek left behind with its sorrowful cries, a testament of love under stormy autumn skies. I'm a shadow in the sunset, in a tale that never lies. At the creek left behind, a cowboy's heart never dies, fading out with a chilling breeze that once brought love so near. By the creek left behind, I'll disappear.
In the shadow of the oak, where the creek used to flow, she danced under the stars, feet bare, spirit bold. By the old wooden porch, our laughs mingled with the cold, and her scarf caught the wind, a fluttering banner of gold. Now the creek's running dry, stars all hidden by gloom. Her laughter's just an echo in an empty room. Barefoot steps turn cold as the night claims the old, leaving nothing but a whisper and the dust to hold. The trail's overgrown where we used to ride side by side, through valleys deep and mountains high, under the endless sky. Now it's just me in this old saddle and the road that's grown wide. Every sunset I chase, her shadow by my side. Now the creek's running dry, stars all hidden by gloom. Her laughter's just an echo in an empty room. Barefoot steps turn cold as the night claims the old, leaving nothing but a whisper and the dust to hold. Sometimes in the silence, the wind whispers her name across the barren meadow. It's never quite the same. A heart can travel miles, yet stay lost in a dream, held fast by the love and all that could have been. So here's to the memories under fading western lights, to the dreams that die at dawn and the lonely bitter nights. Barefoot steps turn cold, but this story's tale is told on a gravel road to nowhere, with her memory to hold. Now the creek's running dry, stars all hidden by gloom. Still her laughter's just an echo in an empty room.
In the shadow of the oak, where our names are still carved, whiskey sleeps in the flask, holding memory starved. I found her scarf faded red against the prairie dust, echoes of laughter lost in winds as the iron weathers to rust. Oh, whiskey sleeps, but my heart's wide awake under moonlit sorrows and the sun's forsaken ache. In the silence of the cabin where our loved ones danced, I roam like a shadow on these trails entranced. Gravel roads watch the taillights as you drove from this town, leaving echoes on the porch where we once settled down. The saddle sits empty where you rode by my side, through fields where the wildflowers reluctantly hide. Oh, whiskey sleeps, but my heart's wide awake under moonlit sorrows and the sun's forsaken ache. The rain taps like memories on the windows in vain, while I clutch at the ghost of your whisper like the last summer rain. Now the sun dips low like my dreams settling down. Each sunset a closing curtain on the stage of this town. The oak tree still stands, but it's weeping sad tears for the man and the memories lost to the years. Oh, whiskey sleeps on the edge of my lips like a lullaby sung for an eclipse. And I know as the stars start to sweep in my heart your sweet love, it'll forever sleep. Farewell, my darling, in the deep embrace of the night, where whiskey sleeps and the world puts things right. Out by the willow where the creek used to run, found an old cabin, wood bleached by the sun. Carved our names deep in that gnarly oak skin. Her laughter's echo over whispers of wind. Beneath that old porch, hid from midsummer's blaze, her scarf still lies there, lost in the haze. Her voice cries in the canyon tonight, through echoes that dance with the pale moonlight. Her sighs are the wind in the valley so low, where my heart's buried deep in the cold shadow. Oh, her voice cries, and I'm still learning why each sunset's more painful than the last goodbye. Seasons have turned, and that creek's running dry. Gravel roads wind where we once watched skies. The willow's grown old, its branches now bend, like my weary soul at each day's end. That scar frayed and faded like memories worn in a dusty saddle from a love long torn. Her voice cries in the canyon tonight, through echoes that dance with the pale moonlight. Her sighs are the wind in the valley so low, where my heart's buried deep in the cold shadow. these old eyes don't lie. Each sunset's just shadows of her silent inside. If whispers could talk, or old ghosts could walk, would she wander back softly, or vanish like chalk on the edge of this earth where our dreams fell through? The land keeps her whispers and the sky keeps its blue. Her voice cries in the canyon so deep in my dreams. It's her voice that disturbs my sleep, and I roam these lands tethered to her echo. Her voice cries in the wind and I can't let go. Yes, her voice cries, and I'm bound to follow through fading trails and valleys hollow. In the shadow of the old oak tree on Lonely Hill, where the sun painted gold on your hair so still, we carved our names young and bold into the bark, now weathered and old. That scarf you left, it dances still, caught on a branch in the chilly hills will. Oh, lonely hill turned cold, this season stole your smile. Each sunset bleeds memories across the mile. Your laughter echoes neath the starlit dome. In the whisper of the wind, I'm forever home. But home ain't warm without your hand to hold. Since Lonely Hill turned so bitterly cold. Years rolled like thunder across these plains, wide the old porch creaks with stories it can't hide. I roamed through ghost towns where our dreams lay spent, down gravel roads with my heart relents. The cabin sits empty, our plans undone beneath fading trails where once we'd run. Oh, lonely hill turned cold as season stole your smile. Each sunset bleeds memories across the mile. Your laughter echoes neath the starlit dome. In the whisper of the wind, I'm forever home. But home ain't warm without your hand to hold. Since Lonely Hill turned so bitterly cold. If these winds could carry my weary voice back through, would they whisper my regrets gentle to you? For every step away seems a lifetime of return to the burn of that sunset where my heart still yearns. So Lonely Hill stays cold under heaven's vast embrace. I find solace in the dust, in the open empty space. Forever bound to the land where your shadows cast. On Lonely Hill where love lives in the past. But I'll hold on to the cold as it's all that I can hold. Since Lonely Hill turned so sacredly, sorrowfully cold.